Well, we skipped a couple weeks, so I don't know if we'll have people or not. That'd be awesome, though, huh? Yeah, let me show you some of the cards I've got that I want to show. This one, oh, that one we already showed. Um, this one's from Kathy Drabinski, and it's a send out greeting cards, 2 monthly membership plans. This is actually a promotion for send out cards that she did. Isn't that awesome? And it says photos from your phone to their fridge. That's smart wording right there. Bring joy to your family, friends, and business associates from your heart right to their mailbox. That's such an awesome one. Are you looking for a simple way to keep in touch and show appreciation? And then the 2 monthly plans she highlights are the 15 cards for 37 or the 50 for 97, postage included. But that's nice, very nice. Thank you, Kathy. Very nice. I always like your backs too. Very nice. And then this one is from Donna. Oh, this is when my back hurt. I hurt my back. My back hurts. Maybe my wings are growing in because I'm such an angel. That's cute. Hope you're doing better. I can sympathize with the back pain, although mine is not from the same source as yours. It's Donna Pickens. Isn't that cute? That's cute, Donna. Very cute. Okay, and this one's Welcome Spring. This one's from Maureen. So there's a spring poem in here. I bet she used Chat GPT to do. Chat GPT. I'm not supposed to do it right here. And then a cartoon that says, Mommy, I can smell spring in the air right here. That's cute. And then a word search, a spring word search. So awesome. Very nice. And that one's from Maureen DeGregory. Awesome. So, yay. What is today? Oh, there's Maureen. I just showed your card, Maureen.
I
I just showed your card.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh no, you're right on time. It's like one. One.
That's a that I'm getting so many amazing comments from my cards.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, all these people, they're like, I love your card. I look forward to getting your cards. I like when I see your name on the return.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's awesome.
I've been sending out my Easter cards because they've already started their Easter,
Yeah.
exchanging Easter. And I
Oh, I
made
should hope so.
two.
It's Sunday. It's right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had two of them. We made two of them. One regular and then one for the religious for
Oh,
religious.
yeah.
And I went to Canva and because I get a lot of my stuff off Canva, and that's where I get a lot of the word searches. They had a religious word search
Oh,
shaped like a cross.
oh. Well, that's
I,
awesome.
yeah. And I was like, that's very cool.
So how do you decide? Because just meeting people, you don't always know whether that would be appropriate or not. Because if their card had one, was
No, what
really,
well, it's from that group, so they'll
yeah.
say whether they want religious or not.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Okay.
Lisa, I'll be right back. My husband needs me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yay. Yeah, why don't I share screen and show a couple of the cards I've been doing lately, just so we can have, yay, something to show here. So, the cards I've been sending lately, uh, this one, this one is the play card. That's what I was talking about, um, in the announcement for the meeting. What this could be good for is, I'm part of the community theater in my town, and we got another play coming up on Saturday, the 12th. So it's just a few days away. And this is the card I've been sending out to, um, mostly people that I know have a lot of connections in town. So I didn't do a mass mailing of everybody. I did it to mostly people who like the lady that works at the town hall and somebody that works at the local store and the lady that works at the post office. People I know see a lot of people all the time. So I sent out, I think, 60 of them over time. I didn't do them all at once. And what I did was from from my earliest involvement with the play, which this is that, I think it's 22, maybe even 2021. I was like the picture taker. So I took a ton of pictures at the rehearsals and at the play itself and at the dress rehearsals. And then I'm using them and stuff like this as we go along. So the play coming up is also a historical play about my town, and this is one of the pictures from the first play we did. It was actually the bow at the end that picture's from. And then inside, we have concentrated the last three plays on historical plays in my area. So this is so relevant. This is from the first play though, and they're all dressed up in their historic outfits from the 1780s, I think it is. And this guy actually, Bill Strauss, is in the play this year, as is Charlie Garrier right here. And Lauren Clement, isn't that Lauren? I think right there. He's in this year's play too. So Owen Ashley's in this year, and both boys are. So, but I put a little thing about the play here and a lot of pictures. This picture right here, sorry about the dog, is a picture of the line way out the door of when we had the first play, people waiting to get in to see it. And this is what I'm doing to promote the play. Now, when this went out, we'd had two. The third one is coming up. So this is the cast shot of the first play, the cast shot of the second play. The second one we did outside platform. And then this was the back of the card. So instead of putting my regular logo and stuff, I did a collage of past pictures from the plays. So that's the whole thing. And the reason I put so many pictures in it is because I live in a little small town. So somebody getting this, they're going to see somebody they recognize. That's the point. Is I want them to see somebody in one of these pictures that they recognize from town. So they'll want to come see, the third one. So, but that's an easy way to promote. And that was the reason I took all those pictures all that time, and I continued to do that. So just thought you might like to see that. And then for my business, I'm doing this one I just made for customers. I printed out my campaign mailer list and I took pictures. These are all stock pictures, except this one from Avon's own website. If you right click on, you can save stock pictures off of their site. And so these are all products that are coming up. And these other pictures and in the inside are pictures from the Napa trip that I just was on. So how I worded this, you might like this, is it's just an excuse to send a card and show them some new stuff coming up. It says exciting new products coming from Avon. And then in here it says dear, and it like does a mail merge like in Microsoft. I just returned from an Avon trip in Napa Valley, California, where I was fortunate enough to be one of only 50 Avon representatives from the United States and Canada, and where we stayed. And I wanted to give you a peek at them on the cover of this card of the new stuff. On the opposite flap, I've included a few pictures of the adventure. So it's like, thank you to tell you how grateful I am that you allow me to be your Avon lady. Without you, I'd have no business. I so appreciate you. So I used that trip as an excuse to send them a card because I know my customers, I sent this to all the ones that are on my campaign mailer. Sorry, it seems like I was talking, not including you, but
No, I just got back. It's okay. I
yeah,
had to go take care of something.
um, oh, sorry. So I took a bunch of pictures out there, and I made sure I'm getting as much use out of them as I can because that's the point. So I thanked my customers because if I didn't have any customers, I wouldn't get to do stuff like this.
That's true. Yeah.
Plain and simple. So I wanted them, and my customers get a big kick out of it when I do stuff. They always say something about it, or where are we going next? They act like we're going all together.
Are
So
you right?
yeah, it's always fun. The only thing about this one is I'm surprised how much I don't want to say grief, but back talking I've got of people, they only picked 50.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming I'm number three in the US right now in leadership. That's probably why I got picked, I'm sure. And there was like the number one personal seller was there, there was a lot of the top tier people. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's probably how they did it, but they didn't tell us. But
Is
like I
there
had,
a way? I'm sorry, Lisa. Is there a way that I can share my screen so I
I
can show you?
let me see, I think so.
We're lonely today.
It says one participant can share at a time.
Okay.
Share, you should be able to share now, no?
Let me see
Oh,
now.
okay. Who can share? How about that?
Okay. Now, how do I do this now? It's been
You
so
click on
long.
share, you click on the green box that says share,
Oh,
and
there
then
we go. Share.
yeah, there you go.
Okay. Now, I haven't even opened anything yet. So give me one quick second. And you know what's really weird with my send out cards? I
What's that?
always log into somebody else's, it always pops up with somebody else's name. I got
When
to
you
move my
first go
box.
in?
Yeah. And then when I log in, it comes to me.
Oh, well, that's weird. It's
Yeah.
not somebody you know either.
It's somebody I kind of know, but I wanted to show you these cute cards that I was making, my Easter cards. Of course, you're going to get one, but be surprised. So,
Oh, look at
this,
that one.
yep. So this picture came from Canva,
Nice.
and then I changed the picture, and then there's a word search, and then there's a little cartoon.
Yeah.
My goodness, Roberta, they're just adorable, and what precious Easter outfits.
Nice. That's cute.
And then ChatGPT wrote me this Happy Easter Fun, this little
Nice.
poem, and then I just wrote what I wrote there. And
Awesome.
then the people in the group that I am in who says they wanted religious cards, I went and found this one for the adults. So there's the front.
Oh, nice. Oh, and that's the cross one.
Yep, and it's
Yeah.
only a two panel because I couldn't find a lot.
Yeah.
So there's that, and
Oh,
then may
that's
joy and
cute.
blessings accompany this holy day. Let's celebrate the life, hope, and love that are always present at Easter.
Very nice.
And then not only did I do that for the adults, for the kids,
Oh, nice.
happy
Oh,
Easter
that's
and God
cute.
bless. And then look, Easter
Oh,
count,
look at that's cute.
a jigsaw, and then a
Dot
dot
to
to
dot.
dot.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I'm having a lot of fun. And then the regular, let's see here, right here. Then for depending on the age, like this one was for a 4-year-old.
Uh-huh.
So I
Nice.
changed the pictures.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm loving them. I'm having so much fun. And then I send like I gotta send my I just sent my St. Patrick's Day thank you cards. So here's the thank you cards. Here's my birthday cards for this month. This is for the guys, and then this one for the girls. And I keep changing. I change it all the time. Let's show you. See, I have all these different
Yeah.
things over here. Like I had one of the people in that group I'm in was a 13-year-old girl, and I was like, well, I don't know what to send her. So then I found this code breaker thing right here, Easter
Oh,
code breaker.
nice.
So I was like, that'll be fun.
That's cute.
Yeah, but this is all this stuff I have. Oh yeah, I want to show you those too. Let me just go back and find a happy birthday. I think I just went by it. So many things. So many. There we go. Happy birthday. That's fine.
Oh,
And
nice.
then these were those little postcards that I had made that I sent. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Because there's so many ideas that you can do. You just have to really think. And sometimes for me, it's hard to go, okay, what do I want to do today? But look at this. Let me, why did the teddy bear say no to dessert? And that was all done on Canva and their AI
Nice.
because it was already stuffed.
That's cute.
So I made them and I sent them to some of the kids and I sent them to my grandchildren. And then the other one I had
How come
was
your legacy pictures are mine?
oh, because you those are the ones you sent me way long time ago. But
Oh, oh,
those are
like
the
when we
only
shared
ones
them
I
on the
have left.
system?
I used to have a lot of them, but those are the
Yeah.
only ones I have left.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was showing it by mistake, but that's right. We could share back then of the designs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So these are the only ones I have left.
nice.
Yeah. I used to have a lot more, but they either must have stopped doing send out cards and they disappeared or whatever. But I used to have more from other people.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I didn't know that happened. So when they stopped having their account, they disappear off yours. I didn't know that happened either. Wow.
That's the only thing I'm guessing is
Yeah.
because, yeah,
I wonder what's going to happen the 12th, what their big announcement is.
I know.
I know
I
I haven't been going to the meetings and I've got the play on the 12th, so I can't go to that big meeting they're having.
okay. How do I quit sharing?
There's a box that says stop sharing.
Stop share. It's a red box.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yay.
Hey.
Yay. Yeah,
So
the play's on the 12th, so that's consuming my life at the moment.
yeah, but it's coming fast.
Right. Well, the let's see. Uh the kid used to call it Hell Week. It's Tech Week is what they call it, and but it's every night, 5 to 8 starting Sunday. So it's 5 to 8 every night starting Sunday, and it's not here anymore. We're done with here. I have to go to the town hall. So last night was the first town hall rehearsal. So we were up there, and now it's. But you know
You
what's funny? I must be like, I don't know, the cheerleader. I don't really have a function in this thing. If you think about it, I'm doing grunt work, which I suppose somebody's got to do it, so that's fine. But I
right.
don't really, they're calling me producer, but I don't really have a function. I'm not acting, I'm not lighting, I'm not sound, I'm not any of the functions, but I'm doing like the program. I'm sending people cards.
Right.
Well, and I found people we were man down again on Saturday, and but that when we
That
lost
happens.
somebody a few weeks ago, I said to Kenny, this isn't going to be the last one. We're not there yet. We're going to have somebody else quit, probably last minute. And with 31 cast members, it could be anybody. But it was one guy, and he had said he had a big change in his life or whatever, and he can't do it. And it's like, oh man, we're only a week out. So
Right.
I called. I've got all these people from the other because we've done two other plays. So I've contacted them all trying to get them in to start with. And now I went back to this one guy. He saved our bacon the first year by being a last minute insertion there. And he's doing it again this year. And so I wrote him and I'm like, you know, if I'm writing you at this late date, that I'm desperate. I'm a man down and I need you to save my bacon again. So he showed up last night. He did a really good job, but he's funny.
You
But
know,
he's
I, I was
fun.
thinking you got into all this because Alex was doing them in high school,
I know.
and now he's not even doing them anymore.
Well, and he only ever did the second play. He wasn't in the first one because he wanted to do the one at the high school instead. He did the second one, but it was a struggle because he missed some rehearsals and stuff. And then this one, he was in it and then moved and got out. So he was one of my first ones I had to replace. So,
That's
right.
so funny.
Well, and something good did happen last night. So you know the rule. You can be successful at anything if enough people know what you do. So I've been joining all these groups and stuff and looking for groups. I know our little community theater can't be the only one. In New Hampshire, there's got to be a bunch of them. My
Right.
odds were, but I couldn't seem to find them or talk to any of the people. So last night, in the middle of the night, some guy messaged me and he's running some New Hampshire organization for all the theater people. And he said, I sent you an invite to join. I put your thing about this play on our site. So that was good news because it's hard to find, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm searching for the right thing or whatever I was searching for, but they have an organization in there, abbreviating it with just letters. So anything I searched for didn't pick them up.
Oh, don't you hate that?
Well, it's funny because Kenny, the director guy, doesn't like that we're using Ware Community Theater. He wants to change that to something else because he's from TV and community
Mm.
theater isn't bougie enough for him. But I'm like, Kenny, from a marketing standpoint, the name says what you are. There's no looking at that, not knowing what it is. You know, the minute you read it, what exactly what it is. Because he wanted to call it the Ware Guild. Because in the 1800s or something, Ware had one called the Ware Guild that was a theater company. And I said, unfortunately, when you say guild now, you thinking book club or a quilt club or what do you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
And I said, it's to me. So this sounds bad, but when I don't agree with him, I just don't do anything about what I like ignore it like it's not happening and keep on.
Right?
But
Ugh.
I know from a marketing perspective, which he doesn't have to deal with, that's my wheelhouse. It would be harder if we changed the name at this point, no matter
Yeah.
what we change it to, and it would be extra hard because guild doesn't define. People use that word for more than just theater,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't. Hey, Joanna, you setting up for an event? She may not be able to talk. I'm not sure. She probably is even not able to talk, or she's setting up for an event or something.
Well, I still have the dizziness. I
Oh
still
no!
have the ringing in my ears. Still
Did you
have
go to
the
the
headache.
doctor?
Sorry, I can talk, but I can't figure out. I'm on my tablet and it's hard for me to figure out how to mute and unmute.
No, okay. I
I'm
didn't know if
working
maybe
on
you
my
were
order.
setting up for something.
Nope, working on my Avon order, putting it
Oh,
together.
um, we were just talking about the Napa thing. Did you not get invited?
Nope, I wasn't good enough, I guess.
No, well, it's not. It's you know how they are though. It's not necessarily that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what the criteria was. But it was only 50, and that included 4 from Canada. So
Huh.
for us, it was only 46 then from the US. So whatever it was, and it was mostly personal sellers, big personal sellers. So
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
I think too, a lot of them were content creators that have been or are.
Yeah, you should apply for that. It's
Oh,
open till the 8th to apply.
I do not think I would be any good at that.
They don't do anything. They just send you free stuff. You just have to post. I didn't.
But they want you to post on, I thought, Instagram and TikTok, and see, I don't have either of those platforms.
I've been posting on Facebook and just pushing it out to Instagram. You can push it
This
out.
this
I do
time
not,
around, they want you to do Instagram and TikTok.
but I mean, you can do like Facebook has a way that you can push out your Facebook content over there.
But and the
It
only
does, you
question
don't
I
have to make
have,
something different.
the only question I have is TikTok is supposed to be banned again in 2 days.
Oh, it's not going to be though.
Oh,
It's too much
really?
money. It's too much
Yeah.
money involved. It's not going anywhere. So it
And
wouldn't even
so,
matter.
but technically, if it does get banned, what happens to all those content creators that do Avon on TikTok? Where are they going to go? You know what I mean? Because that's why I thought it
Instagram,
was shocking. I thought it was shocking.
Instagram
Yeah.
or Facebook or I don't think
Yeah.
they care. They just want you to be out there doing something. But now all that time that I was on for a year and something so far, right? I didn't reapply yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, but um, they just sent me free stuff. That's all the interaction I had with them.
Yeah, but I
I
don't know how they choose the people they choose because I've made some pretty fun videos. I might not have posted them everywhere, but I've made a couple of fun videos. Like the Halloween, like the one with the Halloween. They wanted to see your, like to use
yeah.
the
But I
makeup and
mean,
stuff.
it doesn't mean anything was wrong with what you submitted. It probably means they had 100 to choose from or something.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you don't take into consideration, because I never did, is the fact that they may be looking for a certain type of person. And now you're white English. Maybe they had their fill of white English on the panel or something. Because now I never thought of that. For some reason, like the Rich and Famous of Avon, I did not know until this sounds stupid and naive, but maybe 5 years ago, that I was the white one. There was a white one, a black one, and a Spanish one. And I didn't know that's what we were doing. I thought it was just
Oh,
three people that did good. So there may be some kind of um, criteria that we don't know about, like they may be looking for black girls right now or Spanish girls right now, and we don't know that. So don't think it's your stuff. That's why I keep applying.
yeah.
Yeah, because Joanne, they just sent me free stuff every once in a while. They sent me the link to go to the meeting, which I never went, but I watched the replays once in a while, and that was it. They didn't say we like your content or we hate your content or why didn't you post about this shampoo we sent you? They didn't say anything. I
Huh.
didn't hear from them at all. I just got free stuff, so
Mm,
it's worth
yeah.
it.
Because I decided I wasn't going to apply this time around because
Why? We went over this morning.
but I haven't been making any new content, so I got to figure something out really quick. But coming up is National Vitamin C Day. I think it's tomorrow,
Oh,
maybe.
oh God, that'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah. Send them something you already made. That's a product
yeah.
we still sell or something. Because I could send another um, jewelry one or
Do you
something.
have to reapply every year?
Yes, they said everybody has to reapply. So I didn't do it because I was thinking to myself, people like you that want to get on, I'm taking a spot up. So I'm happy I had my year and yay. So I'll back off and have then you apply because that'll leave a spot open. But it was hundreds of dollars of free stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, we got all the new Skin So Soft stuff, the shampoo stuff, the organist stuff. We got all that stuff. We got a bunch of the vitamin C stuff. I mean, it was all either skincare or hair care kind of stuff. It wasn't any jewelry or clothes or any of that. But um, yeah, it was a lot of stuff. And if Joanne's right, that could have had something to do with the Napa thing because a bunch of them were from that creative collective thing. So
Mhm.
yeah, and I don't know for sure. Did
Yeah.
you hear that, Joanna? That was a guess.
That was just a guess.
Yeah, I mean it was a good guess because I there was a bunch of
Mhm.
them there. There was a couple people there. I was kind of surprised because they don't do that much volume, but they're on the Creative Collective. So that could be it. That's
Yeah.
not everyone was though. I do
Well,
know that not everyone was Creative Collective. So
I'll
I don't know,
tell
but
you,
I definitely would.
I've been going crazy with Chat GPT. And of course I print everything off because I need everything. But I asked Chat GPT to create a 30-day social media plan for my Avon Facebook VIP group for the month of April.
Oh, what did it tell you?
And like week one, spring into beauty. So April 1st, um, welcome April. Kick off the month with a fun, colorful post. New month, new goals. What's one beauty resolution you want to stick to this April? Skincare, self-care, or something bold or new. So it just broke it all down. And then week 2, starting the 8th, is spring clean your beauty routine. And then you go through and do that. So I've got this whole thing. And then I was talking to Sean about it last night, so I left it out in the kitchen. I asked them to give me a list of ideas for 5-minute videos,
Oh, nice.
Avon and non-Avon.
Hmm.
And it came up with a whole bunch of ideas. And I use the free chat GPT.
Nice.
I don't pay for it.
Hmm.
So I have a ton of ideas for to use chat GPT. I asked it one time to give me some ideas for one of the mascaras, and it gave me a whole bunch of ideas for one of the mascaras.
Nice.
So I love
Nice.
chat GPT.
Yeah, both of you, I would apply if I were you. I'm glad I did that because I got all that free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't beat it. I suppose I should reapply, but I keep thinking there's a bunch of people that want to do it that haven't, so I don't want to take up a spot. You
Well,
know what I mean?
reapply. If it's meant to be, we're going to get chosen, right, Joanne?
That's true.
And I wouldn't worry if you have to reapply a bunch of times because like I said, you don't know. I know with remember Joanne Woman of Enterprise, remember when they had that whole thing?
Yep.
I felt like I would what happened that I never got that all those years. I got it in 2007, but I'd been wondering for years and years because people would get it that had less accomplishments, that did less volume or less titles or whatever it is, less money. And that would keep happening. And I thought, I wonder, you know what I mean? I wonder what I didn't do, but I didn't realize that they were trying to do like trying to get it mixed up so that some years it was a Spanish person, some years it was a black person, some years it was white. So they had an agenda that we didn't know. So if you don't get
Right.
picked for something, now I just assume there's an agenda I don't know about. So it's a marketing thing. It's not that you're not worthy. It's that they have some marketing thing in mind that they want to target their market to a specific customer group, and it's not always white English.
Right.
So yeah, that seems weird, but that I think that's true. I feel like a dope because I didn't think of that with the rich and famous. All this time I didn't think that I was representing all the white girls. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Never dawned on me. I don't know how they picked me for that. I have no idea. So I got a feeling maybe it was Angie Rossi because I'd met him a few times by then.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't know. So so what else is going on? I'm doing the play thing and I'm working I was showing it when you were busy. My two cards right now that I'm doing. So when I don't have an espionage or something else I'm working on, like the play, my fallback position, like today I'm busy. So I fell back position is um, my list for people that I call it Avon info only. They contacted me at some point, or I bought the lead from Avon, or something happened where they held up their hand and said, I want to do Avon, but they never signed up with me. So I've got a big giant list of those people and I work it with a card. Did you want to say something, Joanne?
No, I'm sorry. Let me mute because you're probably hearing my bags rattle.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me,
Sorry.
I'll mute myself if I can find it
It's
again.
okay. No, it's okay. You don't have. And the other one is the campaign mailer list.
Mm.
So I just got done working with a different card. I have a customer list in the contact manager and send out cards that has all of the customers that I've ever waited on. They're all in that group, but not all of them get a brochure and campaign mailer. So I just finished doing the big giant list, and now this is just the 60. I think it's 60 something that I have in campaign mailer, 55 in campaign mailer. So they're the ones getting that Napa card. That's how we end up talking about the Napa thing.
Oh,
So,
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
so I go back and forth from one to the other.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
and you
don't
know
have
what?
any lists like that. I don't have any lists like that.
Are you doing groups in your contact manager?
I am doing groups, but I don't have anybody who ever acquired about Avon and didn't sign up.
No,
I don't
okay.
have anything like that. So, but what I did is I went through my phone the other day and I wrote down everybody that I have in there is a, Avon customer and their phone numbers, and I looked them up and I added them to
Oh, good.
potential customers. So now I'm just trying to think of, I've been trying to figure out what kind of card to make for them. Um, because I want to reintroduce myself to them, but I'm not really sure what kind of card to make.
I mean, maybe just do one of those like, here's a recipe for a spring drink or how you set your garden up or whatever.
Yeah, like a thinking of you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, actually, you could use one of their stock ones for that, even.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't use the stock ones enough because I like playing around with and making
Yeah,
my own.
yeah.
Yeah, I think when I just was sharing a second ago, I sent, I think, who did I send that one to? Oh no, his brother. I think it was,
Well, that's all I wanted to ask you about
what's that?
Jaden. I wanted to ask you about Jaden. I was thinking because of the cute cards that I make for the kids,
Hmm.
do you think he would like one? I
Um,
mean, what level? Because
well,
I,
yeah, he can read some words, but he can't do the puzzle and stuff. But he
okay.
can read some words. This one, I'm pretty sure I sent that to his brother. Let's
I really
see.
like that one. I like that
I
one.
like that. I like oh no, maybe it's not. Who did I send this to? Oh, you know who I sent this to? Is the dog sitter.
Mm,
Yeah, this is obviously Ty in my kitchen feeding the dog ham. And this is poor Bo getting bullied by the cat. That's Murder Mittens. And then that's me in bed with the dog living his best life. And there's
right.
Fluff. But it says, thank you, Bella, for all your continued help taking care of Bodog. I really appreciate it so much. And I sent her more goodies. Uh, let's see. I think I sent maybe cookies this time or something because she's got a big family and I think she's just getting her license now. So I see her on the camera walking over from her house because she's next door. And I know sometimes she gets a ride from her mom and stuff. So I send enough in send out cards so that she could share it. She's got a big family, but she walks over here. She's a teenager. I think she's ninth or 10th grade.
That's so
So
cool. So
yeah, that's nice. It's fun.
last week I got a really Kathy D and I were talking, and we're trying to figure out how to like turn this into a business on top of personal. So
Hmm.
she sent me, and I don't know what I did with them. She sent
You
me a
mean
couple of her cards that she's
you mean send out
doing,
cards?
yep, through
Yeah.
SendOutCards to advertise her business.
Yes.
But then she sent me these cute pens, and I dropped the top to this, and I'm just too lazy to pick it up. But she sent me these cute pens from SendOutCards, and this one says "Beauty from Chaos,"
Oh, nice.
and they are so nice. They're heavy.
Wow. And
Yeah, they're
they're
really
in the gift
nice
catalog from send out cards?
in the gift catalog. Yep,
Wow, that's awesome. We
yep.
should look at that right quick. Do you mind? Because I
No, I
haven't
don't
looked at
mind.
the new gifts are over here.
Yeah, it's
I
but yeah,
haven't
her and
looked
I
in a
were
while.
talking. Yeah, her and I were talking the other day, just trying to come up with some ideas of like how we can turn this into actually a business.
See, look at all these what is it? Caramel trio. These are all new ones.
Yeah,
Coconut lime candied popcorn. Wow. Lucky
yeah,
mix. Oh, that's probably like Lucky Charms, huh?
yeah.
Berries and cream. Yeah, these are all nice there. Let's see. The ones that I send oh this I like this. I've sent this to some people. That's not real cactus. It's like fake. So they
Oh,
can sit it on their desk and have no maintenance at all.
I like that.
And they look real.
Yeah.
I've got ones from when we had them before. Let's see what else they got for uh oh, the confetti mug, that's kind of cute. Gratitude under the stars. Oh, there's the pens.
Oh, there they are. Yep.
12.98 for the set. That's cute. And then this has the tea and cookies and two caramels bottle topper. Okay, that's different. And let's see what else we got. Oh, the most popular. That's not hard to guess what's going to be. Yeah, I sent
Right.
probably the most. They didn't have these for a while, but I sent this is what I sent to Bella, the dog sitter, because their chocolate covered Oreos is really what it is. They can't say Oreo, but it's really what it
Right.
is. And that's like the anorak jacket. It's a long hoodie. They have to call this a what, chocola or something.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered Oreo. Yeah. But the fudge brownies is of course my first go-to.
Yeah.
Everybody likes those. But this I send a lot when they have them. And oh, the journal now. Okay, and then the chocolate chip cookie caramels is always good. The sea salt caramels. And
Oh,
then
those are so good.
this is my favorite mug. I'm not using it today. This one here, 29.98, but I've used it forever. I was originally worried about the handle. Somebody sent it to me as a gift. I didn't buy it for myself, and I love it. And I've never had a trouble with the handle. I thought that would break off. It doesn't. I run it through the dishwasher. I use it almost every day. Love that mug. And these cookies, me and Easter Day sent each other these cookies to test. We always call it a test. Right. Yeah, the test
That's
run
funny.
cookies. Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are like a sugar cookie with a frosting.
Oh,
Pretty good. I've sent a lot of these two things too for people that had babies. By far and away, my biggest thing I've sent is brownies.
it's
If they
brownies. Yeah.
if they pulled up my account, it would be brownies is the by far and away. But I probably do send a gift a week though, one way or another. Usually, you know what it usually is about is me apologizing for messing up. Oh, come to think of it, I probably should send Kenny some because, right? Although he's being a little bit of a diva, but that's what directors that are geniuses like that are like that. So
Right.
we all have to sit there and expect it. But I yelled at him like I yelled at Jeff, so I probably should send him some brownies.
I miss Jeff.
Oh, yeah, what did I just, oh, he mentioned me in an article he wrote in LinkedIn. So, I went over to LinkedIn and commented too. He was talking about the stewardess rule. So they just got a big award for Streetwise, the book he did with Bob Berg.
Oh, good
So,
for him.
so
Good for them.
the Axiom Book Awards has gold, silver, and platinum. No, gold, silver, and bronze. And he got a bronze for the book he did by himself. He and I got a silver, and then him and Bob got the gold.
Oh,
So,
good.
hey, that's a
Yay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. There's a
That's
and I don't have any of his books here in front of me, but there's a weatherman from back or a newscaster from back home. His name is John Gray. Um, and he's got a Facebook page. It's called John Gray Writer or something like that. Well, anyway, he writes books. And yeah, I don't have them in front of me, but I've got all three of his books that was like a trilogy.
oh yeah.
Like, and then he wrote, I'm sorry, my head is killing me, so I'm trying to think. He unexpectedly, him and his wife lost one of their puppies, one of their dogs,
Mm,
unexpectedly. So he wrote a book that said it was something about why the dog went to heaven and for kids to understand.
hmm.
But what he does with all of his books is he uh takes a proceed from some of his books and he donates them. So
Oh,
like
that's
the
nice.
the one book about the puppy, he bought canine vests for dogs.
Oh, yeah.
One of his other books, because one of the main characters is based on a real person who passed away.
Hmm.
He made a scholarship at the college in her
Oh,
name. So
nice.
he donates, and
Yeah.
like every now and then the company will decide to have like a book sale for his books,
Hmm.
and you can buy however many you want, and and then you nominate a school to receive them,
Oh,
and
nice.
then they will send them to the school for the
Oh,
kids.
that's nice.
Yeah, so um he's got a new one out that just came out. I think it's called The Carpenter's Son or The Carpenter. His books have a little bit of religion in them,
Yeah.
but it's not overboard.
Yeah.
Um, but I really like what he does with the books.
I hate to ask you, Joanne, could you pipe in here with Maureen for a minute and carry on so I can go visit Tinkletown? I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Sure.
That's okay. That happens to the best of us.
What do we need to talk about?
I don't think so. It's just we're just talking.
Just
Um,
talking so that we don't have a bunch of dead airspace.
yeah, that's probably all it is. So we could do that. It's funny. And I felt bad. I had to take care of something as soon as the call started. So Lisa was on her own talking. And I'm like, I don't know how I probably could do that if I had to, but I wouldn't know what to say. I would be stumbling over my own words.
Well, when I first got on, it's like I'm on my tablet, so I don't know how to like get it to work around and stuff. And then I finally got it to, but I could only get you two to pull up. And I'm like, well, it's saying gallery. Why is it not showing everybody? Then I clicked on participants. I've seen how to do that. And I'm like, oh, well, it is showing everybody.
Yeah, it's a quiet day today.
Yeah,
Um,
I kind of almost forgot about it. And I happened to look at the clock. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm supposed to be on that.
the only thing is, I find that we talk about so many different ways to make cards that it's at some point we run out of things to say.
Hmm.
So we just need to come up with some new ideas.
I do know that people love the cards. I've been sending out a lot of more of what I call just the picture cards, where it's just them on the front. It's just a single, I don't forget what they're called, the single sided things. And
Oh yeah.
people, I've got it on my fridge. Thank you so much. And people just really, truly appreciate that you thought of them. That's the thing,
Yes.
I think. It's just the fact that you thought of them, whether it's a birthday card, Christmas card, whatever, they just really, really like it. And then when you do it a lot, they kind of, it's not that they expect it, but they look forward to, oh, I just posted that picture. Maybe someone's going to see it. But the problem I'm running into right now with Facebook, I just keep getting all kinds of ads, or
Yes.
it's not even an ad, it's just somebody else that they throw into my feed. And I'm like, who's that person? I click on them. I'm not even a friend. It's like, it's almost as if it's a suggested friend. And I'm like, dude, I just want to see my friends. I don't want all this other nonsense.
Yep. I agree. I agree. I wanted to show you, this is a card I made the other day. Somebody's dog passed. So I
Oh,
found
that's
this,
pretty.
the little paw print heart, and then I created this right here on Canva. Your wings were ready,
Oh,
but our hearts were not.
Oh, that's
oh,
adorable.
And then I put a picture of their doggy. And then on the back, I said, "You have left my life, but you will never leave my heart."
oh, that's so
Oh my
good.
gosh, that's precious.
Yeah,
That's nice. That's awesome.
yeah, because it's somebody I don't really know, and I couldn't find all her, like five or six pictures.
Oh no, that I think
Yeah,
that's
so I was
awesome.
like, I made that one. But I'm having fun with a lot of the pictures. And I wanted to show you this too, what I do. Um, I'm trying to get better with it, but in my Dropbox, I have a lot of untitled, but I made this. Where is it? Where is it? The SOC card ideas. So like card back ideas, Christmas memes, color pages. Like
Oh,
so
nice. So that's
these are the color
smart.
pages to give to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have crossword puzzles, funny memes, Halloween, happy birthday, informational, which is what you and I were talking about, Lisa. Do something.
Yeah,
So there's
you
some of
got a
the
whole bunch of stuff.
informational.
Just grab a couple of them and away you go. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Then I have different plants.
I can't believe you got all that stuff and you were wondering what to put in the card.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's awesome.
Yeah. So and these card back ideas, I found them on other people's. So a lot of this is look at all these, a lot of these cute ideas like this one. Open up. Just because, think of the last time you received a just because card through mail. Think of the last time you sent a just because card through the mail. And then see some of the other people I found and I just took their
Nice.
backs and said, this is some fun stuff.
There's some cute ones. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I do that I've not said that I do because I always do it and I never thought that much of it was like in Napa, I had a running piece of paper of people that I was going to send a card to when I got back home, either thanking them for inviting me, like we saw Sun Moon, the CEO lady that's running, I think, the America business or something, and then Liza Maldonado, the blonde lady that's, yeah, the ones that I had my picture with too, and like Michael Senstek, because I didn't go to the first night reception because I was too tired, and he saved me the free stuff. So I kept a running list, but I do that most times when I travel. And then I don't
Mhm.
forget people that help me out somehow. Like sometimes it's because they gave me a ride and they didn't need to, or like Michael saved my free stuff and he didn't have to do that. I wouldn't have even known they gave anything. So I keep a running list all the time. And then when I get back, I had all those pictures to choose from. So usually I put like with Michael Senstek's one, I took a picture with him where he was wearing a hat and I was wearing the lip glasses and we swapped
Mhm.
them. So he's wearing my lip glasses and I'm wearing his little hat. And that's what I put on the front of the card. And then I thanked him for saving me the stuff at the reception thing because he didn't have to do that. They could, I don't even know how he thought to do it. That was really awesome of
Yeah.
him because yeah. So I would I do that everywhere like a run-in. It's kind of like a gratitude list, just I don't want to forget to thank them, but I don't
Right.
necessarily have time when I'm on a trip like that to do it. So I don't know about you guys. So I'm doing the 10 a day still when I'm on the trip. The only day I didn't, and that was funny because I hadn't missed a day in like 8 months or something. And that first day that I missed the reception was also the first day that I didn't send the cards. By the time I got there after being all day long on them in
Yeah.
the airplane and stuff, I didn't do it. So that was funny. But I still do the 10 cards. I just don't usually do cards that take a lot of effort. So I fall back to the list. If I'm too busy, I'm going to use the list. But if I'm not, I'm going to create the card and do, some of these more personalized cards. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering, hey, Joanne, you got any thoughts on what you think the big announcement's going to be on the 12th?
Do what?
SendOutCards is saying they have some big announcement on the 12th, and it's going to be something that will help our business grow. I'm wondering, and they said it's going to be a product, and they said we're all going to want to be on a subscription of some kind because you're going to get grandfathered in to get something free when you do that.
Mhm.
Oh,
Any guesses what you think it might be? Because I don't know.
I have no idea.
I would have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. They make it sound like it has something to do with they said in the digital world. So I don't know. I don't know. When
Hmm.
they first were doing what did they call them? When we first were using QR codes and nobody was doing it, SendOutCards was doing it, and they were calling them video cards because you you know point the thing at the card and the video came up is what it seemed like because there wasn't a bunch of QR codes on everything else. So they were calling them video cards when in reality it was just a QR code.
Okay.
I know. But that was at the time, that was breakthrough. We were all going, oh my God, a video card. So, and then one other time they had a big thing like that, and it was for the big card because the big card hasn't always been on the line. So, do you guys ever send big cards?
I don't know.
Oh, I just sent one. I want to show you.
I
Um,
have a few times.
what'd you say?
I have a few times if it was a picture that I thought they might like a bigger picture of or whatever. I have just a few times.
Did it go over good?
I think so. Yeah, one was to Donna Miles with
Oh, nice.
Savannah. She had done something, I forget what it was, and I sent one to her and she was like, "Thank you so much. That's like a poster."
Yeah, see, here are the two that I did from the thank yous from the trip, but I just sent one to it's it was Ty's brother. Oh, here it is. This is a big card, and it was to Ty's brother because I didn't take that picture, Ty did. And that was such a good picture of Jaden. He doesn't usually smile like that. So I said, how did you get that picture? So I sent it on an 8 by 10 because I thought his brother might like it. His
Right.
brother lives in Maine, and I put some other pictures because his brother sent him this outfit, that outfit, and that outfit. So, I just said, thought you might like these pictures because they're so good of your brother. So, but I know because it's on an 8 by 10, the card is an 8 by 10. It's like sending them a portrait, a picture portrait. So, but I did expect to hear from him. I didn't, but I didn't expect to. So that wasn't a
I'll probably send a couple out of the big ones because my niece is having her first baby in May.
No.
My sister's going to be a grandma, so I'll probably send a couple too.
You know what I used to get in trouble for was mine, yeah, shocking that I'm getting in trouble, right? Right. Um, my nephew would post on Facebook the kids, and it would be my mother's grandkids, right? My nephew is her grandkids. Um, it would be her grandson's kids, and it would be their school picture. And I would take it off the Facebook and send it to all the relatives and stuff. Well, I didn't know that they didn't want that. They bought the package and were cutting them up and sending them the little pictures. And I'm sending big cards. They might get. And for me, like a couple of clicks and everybody's getting their picture. I didn't think anybody anymore was cutting up the little things they bought from the
Mm.
school. So I don't know. I did it because my mother liked it. I figured the other guys would too, but then one of them said something like, "Thanks a lot." And I'm like, well, yeah, not the first time I've been in trouble, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
it's a funny story about white pages. I sent a childhood friend of mine a birthday card, and I found her address on white pages. And she sends me a private message, and she thanked me for the card. And then she said, "I didn't realize I gave you my new address."
Yeah. Oh, who did I have somebody say something about that to me too? Oh, remember that one that applied to be in the play? She tried out and she said, I didn't like the way you she didn't say research. She made it sound like it was creepy. She said, I didn't give you permission to mail me a card, but luckily she quit, so I didn't have to deal with
Yeah.
I was thankful to
But
her
I
for
thought that was funny. I thought that was so funny. I was like, well,
Yeah, yeah, I'm often amazed how people, I think it's naive to think that your mailing address and your phone and all that aren't out there because they are. Anybody
They
can get
are.
it. And white pages is used every day by businesses, especially if they're, trying to chase you for money you owe or something like that. They use that every day and to market to you. So your name and stuff is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think instead of like that one lady having a fit about it, you're better off to, you know, just realize it's out there and there's not much. Having a fit with me about it just made her seem a little crazy,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, it Google, you just Google someone's name and you get most of it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I remember I Googled, and I don't even know how I did it. And of course, I can't find it again. But one time I Googled because I was looking for addresses in the new development because I was mailing them a postcard. And somehow I came up upon the Clark County because we live in Clark County, the Clark County voter registration.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
had everybody on that street.
right. There
And
was
I was like,
multiple ways to get everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm not sure if you don't want your name out there, I don't know how you would do that
yeah,
unless you wanted to be Mrs. Grizzly Adams and I don't know, live on, and even then, most people have a mailing address, and once you have that, people can find
right.
you. So I think you're better off just ignoring it if you don't want it, whatever comes in the mail or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just crazy, but it was just so funny. I was like,
Well, and one last thing I want to say, because we're at two. With the play thing, I was saying earlier, I don't necessarily have a function. I guess it's cheerleader, or I know I'm being Kenny's secretary, but Ashley, the mom of that big family they were in play one and play three, she said the reason that we come back is because Lisa makes us feel like we're part of the family all along, even when we're not in the play. Because I randomly send them cards and stuff because I treat the play people just like I would a customer or just like I would anybody else in my network, is that I would randomly keep in touch with them.
Mm,
If something came up that I thought they'd be interested in or whatever. And I think that helps. Like each year that we have to do something over again, like the play, I can go back to them. Now, last year they weren't available to be in it, but this year they did get in it. And the fact that I kept in touch so it wasn't crazy. And the guy that stepped in, I was a man down. I was a man down Saturday, and I got somebody from the first play, Charlie, and but I've been keeping in touch with them and sending his wife cards and stuff. He was in the first play. His wife was pregnant with their first child, and now they have two. And I'm friends with her on Facebook, so I randomly send them cards. So it's not like they're going to go, "Who are you?
right.
Why are you calling me?" It's like they know why I'm they know why, and they're more receptive to it because I've kept in touch, and it feels like we have an ongoing thing. But I think Send Out Cards is really good for that, especially if you're little business owners like us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so anyway, I guess we can go for today. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Are you
Maureen.
going to Yonkers?
I'm going to Yonkers, so usually I have to do my errands in the afternoon, but I did them this morning so that I could get some extra sleep so I can go down there fresh as a daisy. I know. Yeah, and watch for some good pictures because we're going to Golden Corral for lunch tomorrow. We've already got that pre-planned. Over in the Bronx, they have a Golden Corral, which is like 8 miles from him. I think it's not far. So
Right.
fun. Do you have a Golden Corral near you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of fun to go to. I don't know.
yeah. It's new. I think it opened right before COVID. Yeah, it opened right before COVID.
We had
And
one
then,
up here that opened before COVID, but they didn't make it, and now they're reopening under different ownership. But that must have been tough. They opened right before COVID and got shut down,
yeah,
and they couldn't survive that. So
no.
Did yours or yours didn't either? Yours closed?
Ours shut down for a while, and then we didn't think it was going to reopen,
Oh, and it did?
but it reopened, but it
Oh,
didn't.
that's
It
awesome.
did. Yeah. And what's interesting where it is, and then I'll let you guys go, where it is, it's here in Henderson, but it's in a strip mall where most of them usually are. It's in a strip mall.
Yep.
But then part of the parking lot, they took the parking lot and they put in a Texas Roadhouse.
Oh,
So because we had it had a big, huge parking lot. So it's right across the street from Texas Roadhouse.
oh, that's
So
weird.
yeah,
But
it's just very
that's a
interesting.
different kind of client though, isn't it really? Because
Yeah,
Golden Corral's lower price, isn't it? Texas Roadhouse is a little bit
yeah, it's a little pricey.
bougier. Bougie. I
Yeah,
like saying bougie.
yeah,
I just like saying bougie. Let's say bougie.
bougie, bougie.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. So keep your fingers crossed we're not gonna have pouring rain tonight when I'm traveling. I get up at 1:30 and I leave at 2:30. So
Mm.
keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to bed when you're waking up because
Oh
of,
yeah,
because
that's
of the
true.
time difference.
Yeah. So but this afternoon I'm gonna go to bed the next couple hours, so I'll get a relatively good amount of sleep. So when I get up in the at 1:30, I'll be up and at 'em. And
You'll
I've
be
also
ready to
got
go.
my energy drink already.
Well, you have a great time, which I know you will.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Joanne, for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm going to put this up on YouTube as always. And really appreciate it. And especially Maureen, thank you for co-hosting. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Thanks for having me. Talk to you
Love and
guys next
appreciate you both.
week.
Talk to you later.
Bye.